What's up, guys? Uncle Luke in the house tonight from Luke's Points and Miles. And the first thing I want to do is I want to address Nick here. Listen, I will be 100% square with you. That was not me in the Lululemon pants on the 50-yard line. However, if the Bengals ever make it to another Super Bowl and the offer is there for me to dance on the 50-yard line in yellow leggings for tickets, I'm your guy. I don't think that's ever going to happen again, but if it does, I need two. I need 3 tickets, but at least 2. Because my wife, I would probably give them to my wife and son before I went if I had to, just because it'd be a much bigger deal for them. What's up, guys? It's another Thursday. It's another grown folks live, and I've got some stuff I'm trying to hold back. So if you're expecting to hear something a little bit spicy or a little bit maybe something I shouldn't say, maybe it'll slip out at some point in this live. Hope not. So let's go ahead and see who's all in here. We got Mr. Nick, just addressed him. He said, Nuracan, what's up, man? I want to put this chat thing in the, there we go. So you guys can see it sometimes. Oh, man, Saints have a better shot than the Bungles. I don't know, man. I like the Saints. When I was growing up, the Saints would seem like they were always fighting for a wild card spot against the Vikings, and I always rooted for the Saints. I really like the Saints. This is Bobby Hebert, Ruben Mays, Pat Swilling, and all those linebackers. If anybody remembers that, Bobby Hebert was good. I liked his name. What's up, Dem? Mushu Pork. I just saw that email. I'm way behind on emails. I'll try to get to it tomorrow morning. You guys ever see me live? At the end of the week, I'm almost dead. And that's why I'm drinking coffee right now, because I'm very close to death, because this has been a super busy week. Alan, yeah, we might get a little loose today. Mr. Jimenez. Oh, I'm sorry. Jimmer. The print is small. Small. I read that as Jimenez. What was your Super Bowl watch party like? I was in New Orleans with my wife. Now, we had already planned that trip, and we were in a local dive bar, and there were both Bengals and Rams fans there. And my wife cried when they lost. I was thrilled to death. We were winning the Super Bowl in the 4th quarter. It doesn't get any better than that for a Bengals fan. I was really happy with it. I'm a Patriots fan. I saw that one coming a mile away. Yeah, I mean, as a Patriots fan, you'll probably complain, but any other sports franchise fan won't complain. They did really well for a second-year quarterback and a rookie coach. Well, not a rookie coach, but getting home from a leg day. I'm shot. Nice, man. I think I might do some leg stuff tomorrow. Mi hermano, big timer uncle. What's up, Cesar Joel? My man. I haven't talked to you in a while, Cesar. I feel like I've been being ripped off. Mr. Mike just booked Waldorf Astoria in Los Cabos, Pedregal. Man, Mike. Matter of fact, Mike, let's put the banner up. Whoops. Where are we at here? Let's get the What'd You Book out here, guys. Let's hear what you booked. Mike's already jumped in. Mike, you're booking some high level stuff, man. You might be becoming a master. Where are we at here? How can I? Okay. Whoops. Neftali. First live with Uncle Luke. What's up, man? Welcome. We love to have you here. Did you watch from home? But yeah, here's the thing, man. If the Super Bowl, if it's not most of the time, I can't stay up and watch it all. I did stay up for the halftime show, and for the life of me, I'll get this out of the way because I know people are going to talk about it. I don't understand the controversy with the halftime show. I like Bad Bunny's music. Obviously, I don't dance, and I'm not young, but me and my wife and my son, we love Bad Bunny's music. We love Puerto Rico. We like Puerto Ricans. I did not understand the controversy. I thought it was a great halftime show. So there, I said that. If you don't like it, whatever. Jonah booked Alaskan Airlines first class LAX to Costa Rica. That's big league, man. And at the Waldorf from Costa Rica. That's a dream trip for me. I like that. I did have a Costa Rica trip booked. but I could not get a return flight for any kind of real dollar amount. It was outrageous. Harsh is going to be at the Los Cabos. That's such a popular redemption, man. Good job, guys. Leaving this weekend for Disney. Going to Disney for Mardi Gras. Oh man, I would like to go to Well, I might not want to go to Mardi Gras. Oh man, Memphis Mike, your Titans. Oh boy, not much to say about those guys. 20 nights in the Hyatt Place, 6 miles from. Okay, so we're here's the thing. For the record, Source King, I do not at all agree with those matches running the numbers. That's 20 nights that I could be spending with my family. I cannot for the life of me make that math work in my head. David Aguilar is going to be in Cabos. It was an awesome half. Bad Bunny's good. And here's the thing, man. I don't care. Bad Bunny is the most streamed artist in the world. I don't, and this might sound vague, but I'm sure you guys can read between the lines. I understand that people don't like certain people. I understand that people don't like a certain type of people. But when it comes to music, that's supposed to go away. Music is supposed to be a uniter. Listen, when I look at my most watched channels, a lot of it is like Spanish language Mexican music. I don't know why. I don't speak Spanish. If you talk Spanish really, really slow, I might recognize 3 words. But I love the music. Love it. Actually, let me tell you a story real quick before I get started. This is kind of funny. I don't know if I might have even said this before in a live, but when I die, which is hopefully a little while down the line, but my wife is instructed to, however, before I am cremated, because I'm going to be shot out of a cannon, buried out to sea, however they do that. But before that, she is instructed to give me an Irish wake at home. And the number one instruction is she has to have at least a 3-piece mariachi band. And the deal is, I'm not Irish, I'm not Spanish or Latino, but I do have an affinity towards Irish culture. My wife comes from Irish descent, so she'll really like that. And I love mariachi bands. I love Spanish music. So if you can imagine going to some dude's house where he's laid out dead on the table in front of everybody, everybody's drinking and boozing. People have kilts on, and there's 3 Mexicans playing mariachi music. That's going to be my wake. So I hope that sums up a little bit of how I was in life. Travel fan, 50K LAX to Maui first class. Nice move, man. That is a nice move. Cesar booked a wedding gift for his son, Waldorf Astoria, Park City, Utah. Wow. Is he going to ski? Use some Sky Pesos to send the premium. Yeah, that's some money. That's a man. How cool is it that you're able to do that? Good big league dad stuff. Oakland to Indies, leaving work. All right, buddy. This sucks. What sucks? The ignorance of it all. People calling for Bad Bunny's deportation. Yeah, he's the dude's. Come on, man. That's what I said. I didn't understand it, but I knew somebody would bring it up, so I just thought I'd get that out there. Everybody's going to the Waldorf in Cabo. I'm jealous, guys. I don't have that. I don't have that planned. His son's, it says our son's honeymoon. Nice move, man. I'm my younger daughter, she's getting married, and I'm going to do their honeymoon. The bad thing is they don't have enough time off work or really to go somewhere really cool. So it might be like a long weekend type thing, but we'll see. I might put him up in the Conrad in Fort Lauderdale or something like that. Vector Hacker got rejected for the Venture X. Man, that sucks. They're still on that bull. Matt Darling, leaving soon. Denver to Frankfurt. Polaris flight. Okay, I like that. I've flown the Polaris, and I think it's big seats. Everything was squared away. Yeah, that one's dried up. I like Frankfurt. Frankfurt, everybody says Frankfurt, you just stop there to go somewhere else. We liked our time in Frankfurt. 2 free night certs and several 100,000 points. Yes, sir. Uh-oh. Mr. What's the points? Speaking of Costa Rica, Learned the hard way that not all inclusives are great. Oh, that sucks. Went to Secrets Papagayo with Hyatt, and a bit further is the Andaz, which is so you did not like Secrets Papagayo. That's interesting. I'd like to hear about that. I'd like to see a video on that. 6 nights at Rawasa private resort in Fiji. Man, you guys stun me every single week with your redemptions. Vector, do it, man. City Premier, money. I think it's just such a money card. What's up, Tulare? Is it Tulare? Tulare? We'll say Tulare. Sounds more exotic. Waldorf Monarch Beach. That's San Diego, right? I like your style. I've never been there. I really want to. Oh, Victor's gotta pay the taxes. Yeah, you gotta get a new card for that, man. When I die, I told you I was sick. Yeah, nobody will listen, man. If you're a typical dad, typical man, nobody's listening. Uh-oh. Portugal, 3 nights in Lisbon. IGH. I think you mean IHG. Where are you staying? I stayed at the was it the Vignette Collection? Oh man, it was the convent. It was an old convent. 2 nights in Porto, 3 nights in man. Oh, Jimmy, I'm so jealous, man. I'm a huge fan of Portugal. I know it's a little bit overdone now. Everybody talks about it, but man, I would go back in a second. When I die, I want earn and burn. Moderation is for sissies. Just don't use sissies. Use an expletive. It's your gravestone. You put the bad words on there. We all know what we're talking about. Checked in. I'll go back. See, okay, essentially paying $1,800 for Globalist. Yeah, see, I understand why people do it. I would never do it. I will never ever do that. I will never essentially pay $1,800. But if you got a lot of Hyatt stays booked in the next year, it does make sense. I get it. It might make sense if you look at it from a math standpoint, which so many of us are so drawn to math and not the emotional side, which I think in this game, the emotional side for me is more important. I want to build that memory capital. Travel 100%. Uncle Green Day was great. Intro band. Bad Bunny was great. Yeah, it's, you know what? I've never been a fan of Green Day, and I'm that age. I'm 48, so I was in high school and Green Day was kind of killing it. Never really my thing. Is Uncle Luke German? I have the that whenever you go get one of those tests done, those tests update and change quite a bit. But I am like 75% British Isles. With if you had to pick one majority, it's Scottish. So that's what the DNA says. But I do think personality-wise and the culture I'm brought up in, there's a decent amount of German in there. I don't know exactly what the numbers say, but Germany is the only place I've ever been outside the United States where if you dropped me there and I couldn't hear, I wouldn't know if I was in the United States or Germany. It looks so the same. The people look the same. The people in the region I grew up in, it looks very German. Took my wife and son for a week to Carmel Valley Ranch in Carmel, California. That's really cool. That's different than what we normally hear here. Just bought my itinerary to go live in UK. Have to enter from Brussels. Can't bring cats and pets in cabin. Okay. I want to go to Brussels, but just so many places on the list. Nuremberg, but 2-night stay at the Hotel Collection at the Parliament Curio in Iceland. Man, you are killing that, man. I did see a bunch of JFK to Keflavik award availability. It might have been with Delta or Virgin. I can't remember, but I saw a lot of it. You think the Hilton credit card offer is worth it? My wife's got the Hyatt credit card. So I think for me, it's better that a player 2 has that because I would really like it if she just completely, overwhelmingly was the Hyatt person for us. Maybe they liked it so much they wanted to be less popular. Oh man, I don't know. Said that Wells Fargo Cabo was overrated. Wow, I don't know. It's highly rated, so I think the overrated part is you can't get in the ocean because from what I understand, the ocean right there is fairly dangerous and all that good stuff. Let me get. Oh boy, see these. How do I? Okay, I gotta go. Okay, here we go. MJ Tassick just hit us with a 10 spot. That's crazy. Thank you so much, sir. Hi, Uncle Luke. Booked a few solo trips. Listen, man, solo trips are it's a life hack. 100% a life hack. Round trip first class to Florida this March, April, July, December. Yeah, I like your style, man. First class round trip to California, man, in Nevada in September. MJ Tastic, you're killing the game. And 100% solo trips are a life hack. They're amazing. Brian Poor hit us with a 20 spot. Okay, no questions or anything. So it says thank you, Brian. Thank you. You guys that do contribute to these super chats and all that good stuff, you keep the channel going. Because if I'm honest, I'm never going to ask for money from anybody. But if I am honest, I do not make hardly any money from this YouTube channel. I try the links. Matter of fact, I got links in the description. We'll might maybe talk about those later down the road in this video or in this live. But I don't make a whole bunch from AdSense. So you guys that do contribute to that, you're aces. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Question everyone wants to know is where are you going in Spirit's big front seat? I don't know if I'm going to, I don't think my wife will get on Spirit, man. I've spoiled her. I think I have completely spoiled her. Anyone filling out the survey and try to get the TPG offer after the fact? Yeah, not me. I think that TPG offer really showed the worst of us, meaning us in the credit card game. Basically, everybody shared the same screenshot to try to get the offer. Man, you guys know I'm not the goody two shoes, but I do harp on lying, and I'm really against some of the things that goes on in this hobby, and like I don't like that. Did you cancel your Aspire or downgrade it? I canceled it. I just did a video. It just came out the other day. I completely canceled it. Reason why I canceled it and didn't downgrade it is this. I want a freed up Amex slot. I might not fill any of those Amex slots because I'm not really interested in Amex anymore right now. But the real reason is the Hilton cards regularly have no lifetime language offers with free nights. So if I want to get the card again in a year, I'm just going to get it again. That's why I canceled it. I just don't. And when I downgraded it before, like I know these guys say you downgrade it, you get an offer. Never got an offer. Years went by with no offer. So I don't believe that everybody gets an upgrade offer. Book the hotel Brunsandet in Norway. That's why I can't pronounce it. 2 rooms, 4 nights. Choice, man. Nice move. 100,000 city. Wow, 3.7 cents, baby. Try to get that with Hyatt. Love the choice redemptions. And I love how they get really, really valuable sometimes. How's it going? Sleepy Rod, what's up, man? Saw your last video. VentureX beats Palladium any day. No nuttiness and get okay. So let's somebody finally brought it up. Let me Tulare. Okay. Oh, we already did that one. Okay, so let me cover this real quick. Mr. Jimmy Duff just hit us with a 10 spot. Always good info. Thank you, Jimmy. Guys, somebody mentioned Built, and this is not going to be about Built, this live stream. But since someone mentioned it, I do have a couple things to say about Built right now. Let me move my little Built, but make it quick. All right, so I want to say a couple things. First thing is, YouTube, we all can all agree, is a copycat industry. You know, when a couple of these big guys say something, a lot of the little guys are like little 5-foot parrots. They just repeat the same things. We got to get over that. We got to stop doing that. So here's what I'm going to say about Built and the parroting of different things. This is your uncle's advice. This is some tough love. And I might make somebody mad saying this. Sorry. If a YouTuber, if a credit card expert tells you they're confused by this program, they don't understand this program, then don't listen to anything else they say about that program. They already told you they don't know. I'm going to say right now, I might just maybe I have some issues. Maybe Rain Manish, but this built program to me is not complicated whatsoever, and I am not even a little bit confused. And that's because when I look at these programs, I only look at it from my perspective first. I look at this Palladium with the built cash, and I see I can earn tons of points just by spending money and hooking up my two mortgages. But this is I don't want to talk about my experience with the Palladium card right now, even though my experience has been amazing so far. In the first week of having the built card, I'm going to have like 150,000 built points, which is nuts. But I don't want to get off on a tangent, but I'm going to go back to it. If a creator or a YouTuber or a blogger or anybody that like the guy down the street that walks the dog by and he's kind of weird, if he tells you he doesn't understand the program, if he tells you it's confusing him and he's telling you he doesn't know, stop asking him questions about that program. Don't let him talk to you for an hour and badmouth it when he doesn't even understand it. Does that make any sense to anybody, or do I sound like an old man? So the other thing, this is the other thing about this built program that I have learned in the last week. Those really stupid credits with the built cash that we thought were just awful. I'll give you an example. $10 Lyft rides once a month. That's stupid, right? We all hated it. That's dumb. Guess what, guys? How that credit works is every month you can take $10 in built cash and just slap it on your Lyft account. You don't have to take a Lyft ride that day. You don't use it or lose it. You don't, and here's the thing, I don't really take many Lyfts, but that $10 actually equals $10 now. If I'm going to go to Florida in October and I know I'm taking a Lyft to and from the airport, why don't I start stacking that $10 in there now? It's good as cash. Now, not all the redemptions are like that, but just what I saw today, I just put $10 built cash that came out of thin air. Now there's $10 on my Lyft ride account. Pretty easy. So much better than $10 Uber cash that expires in a month. So what I'm saying is all the bad mouthing by guys that are confused and guys that don't understand, maybe they ought to relax, lay it down, open their ears, and let people who understand and are not confused tell them about the program. I don't have any built links. I don't work for Built. They actually refuse to talk to me because I missed a couple appointments with them. So I'm not a shill. I don't work for them. When I say something good about the program, that's because I've experienced it. It's not all good. It's way better than what some of these guys that are confused are talking about. So I'm really interested in what you guys think of that, because I didn't really want to go on that tangent tonight. See. Oh. No, my mom is a mix of Vietnamese and Chinese, but my dad's side, I'm not sure. Grew up with Vietnamese and Chinese mix in Vietnam. Mom's half. Okay, that's a cool mix. I want to go to Vietnam so bad. They say the people are so nice and wonderful. The same ones lying about applying for that TPG offer will be the same ones crying when their built cards get shut down. Yeah, I think there's a way to play the game and not be a liar. Jimmer drops under 524. Should go to Chase Ink or Chase Sapphire prefer? See, man, I don't know. I can't answer those questions because I don't know enough about your setup or what you do with your setup. But you can't lose going for a Chase Ink because you'll still be under 524, and you can't have too many inks. My goodness, Mr. Gideon hit us with a 20 piece. Finally got to catch it live again. I work for Delta and I get 60% off Marriott cash rates when standard rooms are available. That's so awesome. I don't know what chain to go after Marriott. I just got CSP because I didn't know what to do. You don't know what chain to go after, so you want a backup. Listen, man, everybody loves Hyatt. If you have the CSP, Hyatt is a great backup, but don't sleep on IHG. Thank you for the 20 spot, 100%. I want to say this. IHG is overlooked and underrated because and I'm not talking about math. I'm not talking about exploiting the program. I'm talking about our experience at the properties. they're affordable, and we've had great experiences. They have some high-end stuff, and they're mid-tier. Um, they're mid-tier. We found like the Vignette, the Indigo, stuff like that. Really good experiences. And you know about the low end. You know about the Holiday Inn Expresses. Personally, I'm a fan of Holiday Inn Express. I know what I'm getting, and when I'm looking for that, I don't know if I can do any better. Carlos says facts, and Enrique says truth. Mortgage is $538 a month. Is it? Yes, 100%, Alan. 100%. Let me give you a comparison. My primary residence mortgage is $587. My rental property mortgage is $421. That is just an extra $1,000, 1,000 points a month, but it's enough to make that a continuous faucet of points coming in. I think people with higher spend and lower mortgages, very good for you. I'm cautiously optimistic about my Palladium, although I'm a bit worried about the state of their online and phone. Yeah, here's the thing. I told you guys months ago that cardless was not American Express customer service wise. I had one problem with cardless. I never got a hold of anybody. So that's that's not going to be an awesome part of the card. It's just not. People are afraid or apprehensive of change. You're right. Built's awesome if you give it a yeah. And here's the thing. I'm telling you guys, I'm not putting anybody down that doesn't get it at first, but if you just take 10 minutes and isolate your particular situation with the Built Cash, it's not that complicated. And maybe it is for somebody who wants to account for every single penny, but just realize this: Built Cash, those are not pennies. Those are monopoly money that you need to find a way to create value from it. If you can look at it that way, here's the thing: I am going to completely kill it with the Palladium card this year. Unreal, kill it. And Rakuten is the icing on the cake. Rakuten makes those Built points. Oh boy, I don't want to talk about Built for this whole thing, but Unc, you use 200 of your Built Cash to make the. I've done it twice so far. So I used my first 200 of Built Cash to make the Palladium card a 3X card, and my wife had some car repairs. She was in a crash not too long ago, but I hit the bonus in a day, which gave me another $200 in Built Cash, which started another cycle of the points accelerator. So I'll have no problem at all running 5 points accelerators in succession while paying my mortgage. I'm not putting Built down, put down Built. Just been able to rack up a lot of. Yeah, here's the thing, Sleepy Rod. If Capital One is overlooked too, man. Capital One is absolutely killing it with those offers. If you want to dedicate your spend to Capital One, you're not losing out. 100% not. Capital One Duo, I will never put it down. It's so big league. It's just, I just think this is a little bit better for me right now. Most people, the issue is not confusion, but that Wells Fargo was. Well, here's the thing. What I think, what I see from what you're saying is, everybody wants to reminisce about how great they had it with Built 1.0. It doesn't exist. So I don't care about. I never had Built 1.0, so I don't care at all about it. Everybody liked those free points, and you're right. That wasn't a money-making endeavor. It should have never existed. Can you quickly catch a? I can't, but I could barely catch food with chopsticks. I don't use chopsticks at those restaurants, so I'm not culturally authentic. I wish I could have faith in Bill's leadership. Also, what's up, Matt? I don't have any faith in Bill's leadership, and I don't know if they'll be around in 2 years. What I do know is, in that 2 years, I'm going to have 1 million Built points, and I'm going to have access to almost all the transfer partners I want. That my favorite transfer partner out of anything is American Airlines. And if Citi would give me cards, I still wouldn't be talking about Built. Guys, we got over 200 in the chat. Slap that like button for me. We're going to get it going. I may even have a couple other really quirky things to say here in a little while. Cryptid. I love that name, man. When it comes to IHG, is getting one of their cards better or a partner? You mean, or your player two? Myself and my player two, she has the IHG rewards consumer card. I have the business card. I think they're put it this way. I'm canceling all my co-branded cards. I think that one's going to stay just because it's so easy to get a gang of value out of. Two things. That's all for $100. I get a free night, and that card makes the fourth night free on awards days. Roughly translated for me, that might mean 3 or 4 nights free, 3 or 4 additional nights a year for $95. That's easy. Because when I use IHG, I love staying 4 nights. Yeah, I agree, Mike. Even if you're a Hilton, the IHG can be really valuable, man. Kimptons are great, 100%. They have little gift bags for the dogs. I don't want dogs in my hotel room, but I have dogs at home. So nothing but respect for elegant strategery to extract value from a card. Flat out lying is lazy. Yeah. Well, it's also, goddamn, I mean, come on, it's lying. You can't be smiley face happy about being a liar. You guys wouldn't trust me. You guys would not trust the words out of my mouth if I told you to go lie to people. I know you wouldn't. You'd look at me like he's funny. He knows some stuff. He's entertaining. But I'm not going to listen to him. He's not a good dude. Jimmy Duff's holding off on the bill, getting City. Yeah, here's the thing, man. If I had the City cards I wanted, I wouldn't talk about Bill. I would be American. I would be, you know what? There's a scenario where I could be nothing but American Airlines. Book all my hotels through American Airlines. American Airlines lounges. If I had all the City cards I wanted, which I hope to get them late this year, we'll see. You were able to load $10 onto your Lyft account. Did you buy a gift card? No, I didn't buy anything. I took $10 in built cash and slid the redemption for $10 in Lyft credit. And you could do that once a month. So technically speaking, when you're trying to get value from that built cash that everybody is up in arms saying it's worthless or it's ticky-tack, it's this and that, it's not that bad to just get $120 in Lyft cash on your Lyft app. If you're traveling at all, you'll use that. So you can easily you can use that you can use $200 for a points accelerator if that's not your thing. You can do a redemption like that. And I haven't gone through all the redemptions because I haven't had time. We've only had the card a few days, but that one really surprised me. $10 in built cash turns into $10 at Lyft with no expiration, as far as I can tell. And what's up, Bianca? Hope the wife was okay. Yeah. She it's a long story. She's fine. It's a really long story, but it's crazy. If folks should learn what to do in a collision, I'll say that. Like there's a process of what to do, and I'll leave it there. Sorry to hear about the credit. No big deal. She did like the Dodge Durango they gave her as a rental car, though. Mark Vance just booked 12 nights at the Holiday Inn Express in Bali for 5,800 points per night. My goodness, I've never been to Bali, but that sounds like it'd be really hard to beat that, Mark. That's pretty awesome. Shoot, my buttons don't work tonight. Built's perfect for me. I'm going to spend at least 25 G's. Yeah. And his mortgage is Seattle. Yeah, that's a big mortgage. So you're going to make a lot of points. And here's the thing, North Texas, Farrier, horseshoes, right? Yeah, I like that. You're going to do that with very little thought. It's not confusing and not difficult. What's the point? I need to budget at least $200 built cash for hotels per year, so it stacks. Yeah, at some point, you're going to add a little bit of technique to it. You're going to add a little bit of math to it. But I don't know if that's super essential at the very beginning. But you're right. Yeah. I do Capital One offers, paying with other cards. I like that. Still get the Capital One points. That's big league. Do you know if Hilton accepts prepaid? Oh, I don't know. When buying points, I don't know. I've never tried that. I've never tried that one. I usually buy points in conjunction with getting the sub or something. It's not Hilton though. It's points. It's points.com. So I don't know. Built problem isn't their multipliers or credits, but the built staff and cardless customer service. People use multiple cards with credits, but using one is, yeah. And here's the thing. You guys are, I hope you're not baiting me into saying stuff I might regret later, but here's the thing. You can't tell me that you're a guy who gets on his phone and transfers Amex MR points to British Airways Avios, then gets on the Avios website and books American Airlines flights to Dublin, Ireland. You can't tell me you're doing that, but Built is confusing you. What you're telling me is you don't do any of this. Because if you know even the most basic stuff that we do, booking a partner airline with an alliance overseas is more complicated than figuring out how much Built cash you need. It just is. I'm not buying it. I don't know if there's an agenda there, but I thought it was just the parroting, just the echoing. Built's trash. It's trash. The fire emoji. Put the card on fire in the thumbnail. I'm not buying it, man. Mr. Official Chad's Money Minutes. My guy. My South Florida brother. Me and Chad, one day soon, I hope, will be sitting in that sunshine, probably bobbing our head to some Bad Bunny and drinking some fruity drinks down there. Ow, sorry. Built Cash $10 credit expires the first day of next month. Wait a minute. So you're saying the $10 I put in the Lyft app expires next month? Is that what we're saying? Oh, if that's the case, I eat my words, man. That's trash. that's trash. Oh man, I did not know that. We're gonna have to verify that. Built should have just made it a minimum spend of $1,000 a month to get any Built points on any amount of rent. Yeah, see, I don't get why. I think the setup with Built Cash, I think it's absolutely genius. And here's why. It's no secret to any of us. 255 guys in here, man, slap that like button for me. It's no secret these card issuers want you to spend on the card. The era of getting a card and only hitting the credits and getting plenty of value, that's kind of over. You might get it on a hotel card or maybe an airline card. That's kind of over. They want you spending in their ecosystem, and this encourages you to do that. But I also think it makes it very beneficial for you if you do it. Not going to be here in Costa Rica. Tio, baby. Costa Rica and Cabo Pedregal. The two big spots right now. Sorry, by partner, I meant Chase or directly through them. Okay, no, I'll go through direct. I go directly through IHG. I don't know if it can sometimes benefit you to use portals and things like that. What I don't suggest is ever transferring your UR points to IHG, no matter what the bonus is. Let me explain real quick. It doesn't matter what the bonus is. So a UR point, I can purchase several times a year IHG points for half a penny each. So let's do an example. There's a 30 or 40% bonus to transfer Chase UR points to IHG. It's a bad transfer. It's a bad deal. It's a terrible deal. How about 100% transfer bonus to transfer to IHG? Still a horrible deal. Horrible deal. Why? Because if I just cash out those UR points, I can buy 2 IHG points for each UR point, and I'm going to make money on the purchase or earn rewards on the purchase. So it will never, ever make any sense whatsoever, no matter what scenario you're talking about, to ever transfer UR point to IHG ever. Let me be really clear. It's not a case where that's how I want to use my points. No, it's not good. You're much better off cashing them out, and then each UR point will purchase 2 IHG points, and you'll make rewards on the earnings on the purchase. Thick boy. No, that's not controversial, man. That's opinion. That's that it doesn't not make sense to me. We got Hunk to curse again. I'd Strata Elite or Premier for City. If I was to get all my city cards, listen, if I was able to get approved for all my city cards, I would do Strata Elite, Strata, Double Cash, and City Custom Cash, and give me the executive American Airlines card. And I won't use anything else. What's up, John? My man. My wife is finishing school, so no travel for about 18 months. Unfortunately, but if I remain focused on Southeast Asia and China travel, any specific lender that would target grinding points, we should target. See, American Express has ANA, and I think that's important. But Alaska Airlines, you can do the Starlux. So I would just say if you're doing 18 months and you're grinding points, do the math. I think Chase or City is a points generator for most of us. If you can get their cards, I just use whatever you want. I think Southeast Asia and China is really going to be there for any ecosystem, but there are some that are going to make more sense. Amex, I think, makes a lot of sense. They have ANA, they have Cathay Pacific, they have and then you're talking, I think, but also Bilt's got Jow at 101. So a lot of options, man. I would use whatever makes you the most comfortable and whatever you have at the moment. Credit card game is all about making hay while the sun shines. 100%, man. If Bilt flames out in 2 years, oh, well, you're right. Brad Groover's been a member for 19 months. Gosh, that's a lot of support, man. I appreciate you a lot. Did I hear you say you're going to buy a Durango? Hey, listen, my wife makes more money than me now, so she wants to go buy a Durango. I like Durangos. She'll have a more masculine car than me, though. So, but I'm bigger than she is, so it's okay. It's better because you can let Lyft accrue until there is like 60. Yeah, see, okay, so we're gonna have to figure this out. We're gonna have to get confirmation whether a $10 credit in the Lyft app expires. I did not think it did. We'll have to figure that out. Fortunately, I'm taking a roughly 1.5 year hiatus from travel. Yeah, that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. That being said, which lender would you target to grind points? Yeah, I think they all have their. I would just earn as many points as you can, and worry about that later. Like I said, Amex does have a lot of good Asian partners, especially ANA. Bilt has Jow at 1-to-1. Alaska can get you Starlux. I think that's a big. People really like that. To like Taipei, which what you can get approved for, and as many bonuses as you can get. I wouldn't worry about the name on the card. Preaching the truth, Milk Cash. Legit exposing so many fake yeah, listen, I didn't even that's a great term. They're being exposed. The dudes, and like my man Sledge once said, some of these guys are telling you guys to do stuff that they don't do. So I like, especially with my members videos and stuff, man, I always tell my guys, watch whoever you want. Some of these guys are super entertaining. Some of them are great guys, but be able to notice when someone's an entertainer and not a points and miles enthusiast and not even close to being an expert on anything. So just be careful, guys. I'm starting to not watch as much credit card YouTube, even though I think there's some really good up and comers, some really good dudes I like. And I'll shout them out here, just like if I even remember their names, but there's some good ones. But I'm starting not to watch it because I don't want to say I see through these guys, but sometimes they give completely incorrect information. And within just a few minutes of watching them, I can tell they don't do this. So for me, this is an information thing, not as much an entertainment thing. So I don't need to be entertained by a guy who doesn't know how to do this. I just don't. Hey, Uncle Luke, the man, the myth, the legend, grabbing my tablet and getting my notes from you. Yes, sir. They're all free of charge. Speaking the gospel here. Go for a Walgreens gift card instead. They never expire. Okay, and that's the thing. I don't shop at Walgreens, but guess what? If you're going to give me free money at Walgreens, I'll stop in there. I'll it. I think Built just really complicated at first, and then they changed it several times. I don't agree. I think it was a lot to take in at first glance, and it was hard to immediately kind of recognize the value in it. But I think if you just automatically didn't say it's trash, it's trash. I mean, people use that word too much. People should not use that word. But if you just took the time to go, okay, so for me, what does this mean for me? What does this mean for me with how I spend and how I do my business? Because one thing everybody has seemed to forgot, and this is coming from a guy who used to not talk about Built at all. I even did a video about how I didn't like the new Built cards because that first bit of information we got made me think really negatively about it. But we all seem to forgot how good those Built points are. If you want to do Hyatt, if you want to do Alaska, if you want to do United, those Built points are pretty powerful. I'm going to try to get as many as I can. What's up, Francisco? Your credit will be automatically applied. Lift credits expire at the end of the calendar in which they are redeemed. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wow. Okay. So I lost $10 because I'm not taking a lift. Okay, Gordon. So I eat my words. Gordon just told us that you put the $10 on your Lyft account, it'll expire at the end of the month. So you can't build it up for $100. The best you can do is get $10 off a Lyft ride. So yeah, that's not the greatest use of that Built cash. Matt Darling uses $200 Built hotel credit easily. First number you see includes taxes, so anyone saying they're more expensive hasn't done the that's a good point. A lot of people don't understand. Even YouTubers will look at that first price or the second price. They're not usually using the correct price. John just found out that my player 2 doesn't get the points accelerator benefit. No, that's not true. They've cleared that up in the in one of the in the Anthony Venture Discord. So someone spoke to customer service, and from what I understand, they've documented that your player 2 100% does. And if that's not correct, then somebody got the wrong information from Built. So I don't think that's true. I think someone thought that initially. I don't think that's accurate. If that was the case, who would ever want to authorize user card? Because they cost money. I figure by the time I apply for Built, Uncle Luke will have it all sorted. Yeah, I'm trying. I've had a good experience with it so far. Do you think Bill will come out with a card with some 3x multipliers? No. I think they've got 3 cards. I think that's all they're going to have for probably the duration, but at least for a couple years. I'm back on my credit card grind. My wallet's talking to me. Get it, Francisco. Bob, what's the longest you've kept points in an ecosystem before cashing them out? Here's the thing, guys. I live earn and burn. You will never, ever see a screenshot of me with 1 million points in an ecosystem. It won't happen. I'll give you a good example. I'll give you a good example. Right now, my American Express MR balance is negative 640 because I clear them all out. I do not leave them in there. It's not the best strategy in the world, but and that's a good segue into something else here. I game American Express quite a bit, and sometimes I might go a little too far with some things. So it's like canceling cards and getting no lifetime language offers and things like that. So I always have it in the back of my mind, I might make Amex mad. So I don't keep MR points in there. Rex, yes, there is. It's pretty high, but your player 2 can buy the same amount. Your mom and dad can buy the same amount each. So you can I'm not sure what the sharing is like for that, but I want to say it's 480,000 is the most. Add your card to their Apple, Google Pay rather than an AU card. Yeah. Let me I don't want to get too far behind on this chat. Mr. MJ just kicked it off another 10 spot. I was so excited to stack my Lyft credit, but oh well, just confirmed that Lyft, okay, does not stack. It expires. Shoot. That's bad news, man. And okay, that's bad news. We'll scratch that off the list. LG, did you? I think that maybe you put this before I said I want the Strata Elite, the Strata, Double Cash, the City Custom Cash, and the American Airlines Executive Card. Well, I know we were talking about something, but this we're talking about American Express, gaming American Express. Did you guys hear this news? The Delta stays news. Now, see, with the Delta credit cards, in the past, you still get either $100 or $150. This is for the gold, $100 or $150 Delta stays credit. Now, in the past, you could get the card, book an airport hotel for $148, book it, pay it. Amex would then credit that charge. And if you couldn't show up to that stay, you could cancel that. You would get the $148 refunded. So it was a way to liquidate that credit. And apparently it's been abused enough to where you are not going to get that money back. They're going to keep it and just give you the credit back. So if you book a $150 hotel stay, you'll get the credit. And if you cancel it, you won't get that refund. They will put it back on the credit. That's unfortunate because I didn't think that was. I thought it was gaming, but I didn't think it was all. It's your credit. You should be able to use it how you want. And it turns out, guess what? I can't make every single one of my bookings. Happy Tom, reading the T's and C's. I'm really excited about Built Palladium as a lounge solution for families. Also, the Lions are now undefeated. The Lions. We're not worried about the Lions. You can build it up by buying a Lyft gift card. I'm assuming it works like Amex Delta Reserve for the rideshare credit. So I'm not sure I follow. Can I use my $10 in the Lyft app to buy a Lyft gift card? We'll have to figure that one out, guys. We don't want to talk about too high level of strategery on our lives. We'll figure something out. This is the year of the credit card for me this year. I understand that game has changed, though. Yeah, it changes all the time. It's okay. It's always changing. I've enjoyed the Palladium so far. Miss Sammy activated the points accelerator and built cash are stacking up quick. Yeah, it does. I almost think this could be the hotel card. If you're a free agent and maybe you stay at affordable hotels, I think maybe that built cash and that their hotel program could come in handy for a lot of people. Travel lover. Business class, first class redemptions to Asia and Europe have gotten much harder in the last few months. The points prices and availability have gotten much worse. That's kind of cyclical, though. That may come back. A built business card would be the only fourth card that would make sense. Yeah, but would that? I don't know. Just the basic premise: we pay rent and mortgage. You're generally not paying your rent or mortgage on a business card unless it's commercial rent. And I don't even think they want to get into all that. I'm only using my built cash for accelerator, rent, and hotels. Should be awesome. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree. Oh, mostly free travel. You can answer this for us. How do we? Okay. Yeah, well, I don't want to get into it. We're having trouble understanding the built cash. I thought you could transfer $10 to Lyft and the credit, the $10 credit would go on your Lyft account. But now we just learned that credit will then expire at the end of the month. We're trying to figure out how to permanently keep it there. Can you buy a Lyft gift card with the $10 on your Lyft account? I think that's where we're at now. We're splitting hairs for $10 right now. Is there a way to track the built sign-up bonus? When I go to the website, it tells me how much money I've spent. Doesn't quite have a tracker as far as I know, but I can count to 4,000. So it does. I don't. My player 2 has 2 transactions that I've posted them both. And now here's the thing, those, John, I don't know if you have seen this or not, but when you look at the transactions, it will have transaction A 2 points, and then a different line down lower, it'll say transaction A, an additional 1 point. So they're going to be on different, they're going to be tracked differently. There's going to be the purchase and then the points accelerator. I can see it a million times on mine, but they're going to be two different transactions or two different points earnings transactions. So and something like that. Personally, and I think this is part of the problem with the Bilt is give it a couple days, man. Like all these people are contacting Bilt customer service, but they're not waiting a couple days. They're really jumping the gun, and I think it's our community that's causing not causing these problems, but exacerbating some of these problems. What I don't have it. Here's the thing, man. I don't know what bureau's which. I'll tell you right now, I had about 20 inquiries on whatever bureau they pulled. Escalated to a man. I think you're going to find that. Take a look at it again, and you might see that points accelerator logged on there. If not, I think if you just waited a couple of days, you'd see it. I will redeem for Lyft and see if the credit stacks via gift card. Okay. Mr. Crab, how you doing? I only have the Capital One Saver, and I want to open a travel card. Would the Sapphire Preferred be a good option? I don't answer those questions. I don't know anything about you or your goals or your spending, so I don't pick cards for anybody. Some people do that. They charge for it. I don't have time for that service. I'd love to get into it. I'd love to give people an hour-long consultation to map all their stuff out for them because I think I'd be a lot better than most people at it. But I don't have time to do it right now. Hopefully, I will one day. It expires at the end of the month. Look in your Lyft account. Okay. Yeah, that's not good news. We made a mistake there, guys. If there's a transfer bonus with Marriott, do you feel you're getting value? No. I just say it now. I have 169,000 Amex points right now, trying to figure out what to do with them. Okay, so here's why I don't think it's – we're talking about a 25% bonus. So if I transfer an MR point, which we can give it a value, but let's just give it a value of 2 cents. And I transfer that point to Marriott, which I might get 0.07 plus 30%. I'm not even getting close to an MR point. No, I don't think it's a good idea. I would probably rather cash that MR point out if you have a way to cash it out for 1 cent and then either purchase and then just purchase the Marriott stay. No, I would. Only way I'm transferring anything to Marriott is if I need like 5,000 or 6,000 Marriott points to complete a stay. Somebody else might have a different opinion, especially if you're a Marriott person. And I do understand there is value there. There's some good redemptions at Marriott, but for the most part, no, I'm not doing that. I had high velocity for 3 months. That's not velocity. That's just a big 3 months. Should I wait 6 months before applying for? Yeah, I would. I mean, I wouldn't wait any more than 6 months for anything. So wait 6 months and try to hit City up. If they don't give it to you, that means you need to get some of them inquiries off, I think. It comes up as a Lyft pass that expires. Can't buy a Lyft gift card. Okay. All bad news, guys. That's good thing it was only $10. Maybe I will take a Lyft this month. I don't know. I've already earned the Bilt welcome offer, activated my first round of points accelerator, and used the biannual hotel credit along with $100 monthly hotel credit. Free music. You're killing it, man. Somehow you do it in the Bilt app. Okay. Bilt pulled from Experian for free music. I think you have to activate the points accelerator online if you can't do it in the app. Okay. I did mine in the app, I think. I think everybody is having trouble with the the app. And I think a lot of it the first day was I don't think folks were updating their apps. Like they weren't actually having the most current app. My experience with 1.0 is that eventually get it figured out. You have to wait a week or two. Yeah, I mean, give it a couple of days, guys. Lyft credit from Bilt Cash can't be used toward a Lyft gift card because it's not stored in the Lyft wallet. Okay. Instead, it's auto applied and to actually Lyft ride. Okay. In your opinion, do you think the average person could gain anything more from the Palladium than what they would with the Venture X? That's a great question. Yeah, I do. I think the Palladium is a better card than the Venture X. Um, Now, if we're combining the Saver card with the Venture X, it's a lot more interesting. Now we have two cards. Are they comparable? Yes. Are they equally really high level credit cards? Yes. Um, I think the difference for me is going to be built points. For me, will be more beneficial than Capital One miles, venture miles. Just cashed out my MR to Schwab, not worth much more than 1.1 cents per point. I don't ever have a problem cashing out Amex points. Never have a problem. Gunna says built Palladium essentially a 3x catch-all card with points accelerator. These are built points. Yes, the points accelerator shows up separated on built, showing the points earned. I think it's clear. Yeah, you just gotta. Everybody's kind of new to it, figuring it out. I think instead of contacting customer service and waiting on hold for 2 hours, wait a week. 197,000 points. They aren't worth much to me. They're not worth much. Do you travel? You go anywhere? Kevin Brown, baby, just started redeeming points for flights and hotels last year, thanks to you and other YouTubers. Hey, that's great news, man. I'm glad. I'm glad you're doing it. That's awesome. I'm at 324. I'm going for the CSR next week. What's your opinion on it? No, I don't. Let's guys, do not ask me for recommendations on which card to get. I can't possibly do you any justice without any information about what you're doing. And I don't do that anyway. Get them all. Mark says easily 3x. Someone might want to pass that knowledge. Now, listen, here's the thing. I don't agree with what JP says on this card, but JP 100% knows this game. I think he's wrong here, but we can't knock JP because JP does the thing. JP does all the things. So he does know his stuff. Can you summarize your 2026 strategy? I just released a video yesterday about my 2026 strategy. No new subs. We're hitting this built Palladium card for the next $50,000 in spend. We're not getting any new cards until the end of the year. We're going to try for City. After $25,000 in spend, we're going to start working in some City cards in the everyday spend, but no new cards until at least July, September, October, something like that. I've got 50 credit cards, so I can't get new cards every month anymore. Oh, Sammy, do you ever book non-refundable hotel rooms? I will answer this no. Many hotels in the built portal only have non-refundable options. I don't do it because I cancel more than half of the stuff I book. If it's a credit, I probably change. There's certain things I know I'm doing, then I probably wouldn't care. But for the most part, I try not to book anything like that. If AA is your primary target airline, in addition to the AA cards, consider getting one of the Atmos cards. I'm not getting any co-branded cards. And I don't want to pay 3% on. Now, I know that's a good deal. The Atmos card, give me 3x on my, but I don't want to pay 3% for that. I want to save money. Yeah, John would like you to donate those points. And if John doesn't want all of them, I'll take the rest of them. How's the Hawaii trip going? I don't know if I missed. Yeah, there's been updates. We, for a lot of different reasons, we're not taking 10 people for their first ever plane ride to Hawaii. We decided to do an all-inclusive Hilton in Mexico. Biggest reason is, if you guys can remember back this far, young adults with families are not always prepared for a Hawaii dinner bill. I don't want to take 10 people to a location that's the time of their life, and have them stress about money or expenses. So we're doing it all inclusive in Mexico. If they don't have a lot of money, it's okay. They can eat and drink booze and have probably just as much fun. And it's a much, much shorter plane ride for the youngsters. Mr. MJ just hit it. MJ is just filling us up. Yeah, I agree. Palladium card is effectively 3x up to 25K. Yeah. In my opinion, the Palladium with the points accelerator is the points version of the Robinhood Gold Card, and I love the Robinhood Gold Card. It's great. That Robinhood Gold Card with the gold membership, I max out my Roth IRA every year. Robinhood gives you 3% bonus on that, so it's like $225 or something, minus the $50 for the Robinhood Gold membership. But they also give you a 2% bonus on a transferred Roth IRA. So I just transferred my Roth IRA over to Robinhood. It took like 4 days, and they gave me a 2% bonus and reimbursed the fee for the transfer. I've never been a Robinhood guy before, guys, but I'm a Robinhood guy now. And MJ, thank you, sir. Appreciate it so much. 3X catch-all with no foreign transaction fees. Matches the Summit, and I'd much rather have built points than Alaska miles. I live on the East Coast. This makes more sense for me versus Atmos. Yeah, I love Atmos, but James Ragland, be up your way for my last 2 post-transplants and at OSU. OSU's got a lot of good talent, man. A lot of good talent. You're in good hands. I hope everything goes well. If you guys, we got 277 people in the chat. If you are a prayer person, if you do that sort of thing, let's give James a couple prayers. And let's everybody think about him while he does his post-op or post appointments. Hope you recover fast, man. Hope to see you down there at the VA one day. Built seems to work well with Marriott. I got a refundable hotel for next. Yeah, and the other reason the Marriott points don't work is the Built portal gives you 1.25. So I'm never transferring to Marriott. Whoops. I keep going backwards. What the heck? Sun Luan. I like that name. Just hit it with the 2 spot. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Just transferred 88,000 Capital One Venture miles to Cathay and booked business to Hong Kong. Love it, dude. I love that. That's awesome. That's a great way to spend those points, those miles. Jesus died for my sin. God bless you, Unc. You're one of the couple of people I used to weigh my financial decisions. Thanks for being a resource to us. Young man with no one. I appreciate it, man. That's why I'm your uncle. Got to go. Praying for you and yours, Trent. Hey, thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Appreciate the kind words. I don't get a lot of kind words. Sometimes I get some bad words, so I appreciate it, man. Today's the last day I can cancel my Amex Green, but the Clear Credit still didn't post. Made it 10 days ago. If I cancel, I still get it. Oh, I cancel my Amex Green, but the Clear Credit didn't post. Oh, yeah, you can cancel it. It'll credit. If I hope I'm not wrong, but I'm pretty sure you'll get it credited. They'll send you a check. You could always chat with them. If you chat with them, they might. Yeah, I would chat with them to make sure. That's $150 or whatever the clear is. I would make sure. 3% Robinhood Bitcoin purchase is buying it cheap right now. Yeah, I think so. I agree with you, man. I don't like talking about Bitcoin or promoting it because a lot of people don't like that. But I agree with you. There you go. Thank you, LG. Thank you for your service, LG. Got to get my Atmos miles. Girlfriend family lives on the Big Island. Yeah, I see it. By the way, it's cheaper to go to the Big Island, Kona, than Honolulu. Okay. Francisco's out of here. Get some rest, buddy. Weekend's coming. Have mid 6-figure points balances all across programs except for here. Yeah, you'll never see that from me. I own a business, so always run and spend through the cards. Part of the reason why I redeemed for if I had that many travel points, I would be switching to cash back. Mr. Cameron, hit us with the 10 spot. Good luck, James. Hope, yeah. Thank you, sir. Thanks for shouting out James. James is the big time dude. He deserves all our thoughts and prayers. Don't know exactly what he's going through, but I support the guy. There we go. Joker speaks. I used my $200 hotel credit for Marriott plus $50 of Built cash. Never transferred Built points to Bonvoy. Yeah. Love my Robinhood Gold membership. I think it's a big deal. I think it's a great deal, man. Sprinkle in Rakuten, built points, can't complain. Yeah, you're right. The Rakuten card and the Robinhood Gold card, jeez, two big timers. Biggest problem that I become a Hyatt globalist, so no idea what to do with the million points Hilton balance. Although the auto camp over, oh man, that's a million points in Hilton. Yeah, but million points in Hilton, you can take a few people to it all inclusive for 5 days and burn those up. Let me see here. I got some. What time is it? By the way, we got wristwatch check. We got the Rolex Explorer 40 millimeter. Okay, we got about 15 minutes, guys. We got at least 15 minutes. I did have a couple. Oh yeah, I want to tell you guys this. If you guys have the American Express Platinum card and you've not used your Saks Fifth Avenue credit today, and I guess today only, Rakuten has 10x at Saks. Now I have a couple Platinum cards. I went on there, hardly anything to buy. So I did buy. I'm not even sure if it was men's or women's, but it was like a sample set of colognes or perfumes. I think the total was $62. So essentially $12. I bought a couple of them. $12 and some what will be built points for me. So if you have not used your Saks Fifth Avenue credit, you can try to go online and use it. There's really hardly anything there to buy. Almost everything's out of stock. It's pathetic. Started doing with the PayPal 5%, just redeeming statement credits. Hard to get away with the family though because school. Yeah, I understand, man. I understand completely. For me, if my points balance gets high, I switch to cash back because I don't want a surplus of points. And we can all use cash. I'm canceling my NLL Amex Gold tomorrow. Annual fees due on the 14th. Tomorrow's the 13th. Don't cancel it until the annual fee posts. Just keeping my CS Platinum, 2 greens, upgrade and downgrade. Yeah, nice. No need for Amex Gold anymore. Yeah, I would wait for that annual fee to post. I wouldn't cancel it before. How many months should someone spread out before applying for Citi? Here's the thing, man. There's guys that just apply for Citi cards a lot. There's guys that apply for them and don't get them. There are application rules. I would have to Google it because I don't know right off the hand, but there are Citi application rules. So I would just Google that. I know we all play differently, but having problems sending points is not something. Spending points is not something. Yeah, you're right, man. But this guy's saying he runs a business and he doesn't have the time away from the business to use them. I get that, especially if you're in that age group where you're grinding at the business. You might wake up one day with a couple million points that you don't have any plans for. Points Accelerator, Mr. Augie Travels. Points Accelerator, Hyatt, and Atmos. That's my jam. 100%, man. I'm with you. Lyft and Walgreens are not a concern to me. I understand, unless Aunt Connie needs a ride to the airport or some Geritol. Yeah, I'm 100% with you, man. Points Accelerator, Hyatt, Atmos. Yes, I'm with you. And after that, let's find a way to get rid of this built cash. 100%. Jay Davy, no issues with the built rollout. Card came, points posted. Yeah, for me too, man. I haven't had any issues. Even got my authorized user card and activated. No issues whatsoever just yet. So I did have I did talk a little bit about zeroing out my MR points. And it is because I do play the Amex game really hard, and I'm going to stop doing that because I really would like to have 1 million Amex points, but I always transfer them out or cash them out or get rid of them once they hit more than a couple 100,000. I don't leave them in there. And I end up transferring them out for maybe something that's not super high value. Thank you, Gunna. Appreciate it. Have a good night. Like this last time, I think I transferred out 80,000 to Delta. And people were like, don't transfer to Delta. Oh, no. For me, with domestic travel and a family, it's never a bad thing to have some Sky Pesos on hand. That's why I'm trying to do your path, cutting down on cutting down on annual fees. Never a bad thing. You can get them back, I promise. JDB, I mentioned this earlier. We decided to change the Hawaii trip. We're taking 10 people to an all-inclusive in Cancun, Mexico. Reason, I'll be real brief. The reason was young people with young families might not have the financial ability to pay for food and entertainment in Hawaii. So we're taking them to an all-inclusive where they can eat and drink all day, and a much shorter plane ride for the youngsters. A lot of first-time flyers. So do you ever look at niche cards like Spirit Frontier or even non-popular cards that aren't Chase? 100%. I got a lot of niche cards. I know you used to talk about I had the Choice card. I've got the Virgin Atlantic card. I've got the Air France card. I'll get any card for a bonus when I'm bonus hunting. I've got a bunch of credit union cards, a bunch of really good 5% cash back credit union cards. Yeah, I go off the beaten path, man. I like all of them. Yeah, Hawaii is really expensive, and I didn't plan on footing the bill for all 10 people for everything. So I don't want anybody to feel uncomfortable when they see that breakfast bill. They don't deserve that. They're gonna go to Mexico and have maybe even a better experience for a way less money. You were right a few weeks about not buying silver at 85. Yeah, I don't buy silver at 30, man, at 25. All right, guys, I'm going to get off here. It's 8:15. I will never put you through a 2-hour live like some people do. I like to do it in an hour, short and sweet, and don't have to fill space with any dead air. Appreciate every single one of you guys here. Jordan Rules for Credits here. Uncle Palladium. Glad to hear you're getting so much value. Jordan Rules for Credit is one of my guys. I like the newcomers in the space. Knows what he's talking about. He's one of the guys I think does have a bright future, and you can listen to. Some guys don't know what they're talking about. Jordan definitely does. All right, Gordon. Thanks. Good chat with you guys. I'm going to get off here, see what Mr. Carlos is doing. Would you say that Hyatt is the best redemption for Chase alternate? No, 100% no. Everybody says Hyatt has so much value, but you can actually redeem. You can transfer out to Aeroplan and get 5, 6, 7 cents per point. You can transfer to any one of those foreign airlines and get it 4, 5, 6 cents per point. Hyatt is probably your best transfer for hotels, and it's a safe transfer. You're probably going to get good value. Have a good night, Jordan. All right, guys, I'm going to get off here, go get some sleep. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate every single one of you, and definitely appreciate the super chats. Thank you.